Hello, and welcome to another episode of Okay, Karen.
Okay, Karen.
So today, by the way, I'm Angela.
And I'm Betsy.
This is Betsy. So this is, we're in season 2, and we have a special guest tonight. We're super excited. It is a very good friend of mine.
A super fan of ours.
Yes, a super fan of the show.
So if you're a super fan, you also could one day be a guest.
She's also the first person that I handed out merch to. So
really?
It is yes.
I didn't know that.
I'll go ahead and introduce her. Do you want to bring her on?
Sure. Let's bring her on.
Okay.
And then
hold on. Before we bring her on, do we have shout outs?
I have something unrelated to Okay, Karen, but I need to shout out to who are also listeners and fans. At least my mom is. My mom and dad. We have had a lot of craziness over here in Texas with power outages and water.
Yes.
And they graciously had offered all of their kids and the grandkids to come stay at their house because they had power. So we had little sleepovers with grandma and grandpa, and I mean, the kids loved it.
Good job, Sue and Cliff.
Feeding us and not clothing us, but keeping us warm.
Keeping you warm.
And water and all those wonderful necessities in life. So that was really nice of them. So that's my shout out this week.
Good job. I'm going to bring Leslie on and shout out who I need to shout out when she comes on.
Okay, well, let's bring her on.
Okay. So, y'all, this is Leslie. Yay,
hey, Leslie.
Welcome, Leslie.
Welcome to the show.
And my shout out is actually Leslie's brother, who I saw today. And he said, hey, isn't that the radio girl?
Angela this is her first time being recognized in public because of the podcast. That's pretty big, y'all.
I think so. So shout out Robbie. Thanks.
Now, the real question is Robbie a subscriber, or does he just overhear it when you're listening, Leslie?
Oh, that's a huge question, Leslie.
Now he has to subscribe because you got a shout out.
I don't know the answer, but he has listened to probably 75% of the episodes.
Okay.
Did he listen to the period one?
I think so. Yeah.
Wow.
That's a big shout out.
Well, I mean, I like to listen to it in the car, and we're always driving around and he's there, so he doesn't really have a choice. But he does laugh. Like, he laughs every time.
Well, that's good.
Okay.
I don't know if that's good or bad though, but
it doesn't matter. Good.
Yeah.
You got
I do have one more shout out to my mama. She gave me this cup, and this is my new wine glass that I'm using tonight. So thanks, awesome. Mom. Okay.
What are we talking about, and why did we invite Leslie, Angela?
We are doing obscure movies. What is that, you say? Because my mama and Mama said that. It is movies that aren't huge blockbusters, but movies that we love. So we're not going to mention Pretty Woman or Sweet Home Alabama or Forrest Gump or Titanic. Those are kind of big movies. So, but we all have a list of movies that, and I don't know if mine are big. Y'all are just going to have to tell me. These are movies I like, but I don't know if anyone else has even seen them, or maybe they are big and I don't know it. So that's what we're talking about today. Movies.
Okay.
All right.
So you want to start us off, Angela?
No, I think Leslie, you should 100% start us off.
Okay. Now, you didn't say why we invited Leslie.
Because she's a movie guru.
She is. And she always corrects us, which we appreciate. Mm-hmm. And also tells us when we have neglected movies or neglected actors and actresses, and which we also appreciate, because she's going to know all the names of people that we don't know.
We're going to be like, they were in that other movie with blah 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 and blah, and she's like, da, 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 da. It's this person. She knows it. What is this on my I have fish in mine. Okay, sorry. Okay, Leslie, you go with your first movie.
Okay. My first one is Homeroom.
Okay.
I'm making a list so I can watch these.
So you're gonna have to tell me: is it English?
I picked all English movies.
Okay, y'all.
Just
that's
for you, Angela,
because she can go some foreign stuff quick. Homeroom. Okay, is it old? Is it black and white, or is it colored?
It's not black and white, but it is.
Okay.
I mean, it's like early 2000s.
Oh.
It has Busy Phillips, Victor Garber, and that girl's name, Erica Christensen.
Oh.
And
I know who Busy Phillips is.
I know who Garner is. I like him. He's a very sophisticated older man.
Yes. So he plays a detective. There's a school shooting. Busy Phillips was friends with the guy who did the shooting. And Erica Christensen got like shot kind of in the head.
Did she die?
No, she's not dead. It just kind of like skirted, I guess.
Grazed, kind of. Yeah.
Yeah, grazed. So of course, Victor Garber is like, well, you're friends with the guy. Obviously, you know what's going on. And she's like, no, I don't. And she's kind of like the eyewitness, like the main witness, but also the main suspect, kind of. And the principal makes her go visit Erica Christensen in the hospital. And you can tell she's uncomfortable. Like, they don't know each other. Erica Christensen's like popular girl. Busy Phillips is like sad gothic girl. But you end up, there's like a couple of twists in there. But it's a really sad movie, so don't go into it thinking it's like my best friend's wedding or anything.
I have a question. So these are they're playing high school girls, because these girls are like in their 30s, and Busy Phillips might even be older than that.
But this was 20 years ago.
A long time ago.
She said it was like early 2000s. So yeah, they probably were early 20s playing high schoolers. So that makes sense.
Is it my bad that I forget that we're in the year 2020?
Yes. Because I could tell when Leslie said, well, it is old, it's early 2000s, you were like, oh, that's new. That's fine.
Yeah. Like I thought it was like just last year. So my bad. Okay. Continue. So it's sad.
Yeah, it's sad.
Am I gonna cry?
I mean, I cry.
Oh,
but I mean, I cry all the time, like Lion King.
Betsy, who cried during Lion King?
Me.
You cried during Lion King?
Didn't cry during Lion King.
What scene did you cry during Lion King?
When the dad lion falls down the cliff and gets stampeded.
Mufasa.
In front of his baby son.
Simba.
Yeah. And
yeah, that is a little sad. I could see that.
Yeah, that's sad. And I mean, the whole thing, I mean, you just feel so bad. That the beginning is sad. I'm not sad at the end, but the beginning of Lion King is sad, especially then when Scar is like, you did this, like your dad is dead.
Because Pumbaa is so much fun.
Oh. Yes.
So Hakuna Matata.
At that point, yeah, that's the turning point. Everything after that's pretty fun. Even when he comes back, I'm not really sad then. But yeah, the beginning is pretty bad.
Okay. So we might cry.
Like a simple version of Lion King is basically Simba comes along and he's like, man, I watched my dad die. My uncle killed him right in front of me. He blamed it on me. And then Timon and Pumbaa are just like, oh, have you tried just not giving a crap? Hakuna Matata.
Hakuna Matata.
Let's pretend that none of that happened.
Yeah.
Yep.
Okay, so let's bring it back into Homeroom.
I don't mind like if it's a good story and like well acted. I don't mind if it's sad because I'm like that happens sometimes, you know. And I could kind of guess with a school shooting that it wasn't going to be a comedy that you were referring to.
Not a comedy.
Maybe a dark comedy, but yeah, that's a little risky still. Too soon.
I'm gonna put it on my list because it sounds good.
Okay.
Early 2000. Okay, so whoa, Betsy, I think that's all you. Yeah.
Okay, Angela.
So you want me to go with my next one?
Yeah, let's hear one from your list and then I'll say some for mine.
All right. Have y'all heard of Soap Dish? No?
Soap Dish? No?
Yeah, I heard a movie.
But is it a good movie? Are these just ones?
I mean, I like this movie. Okay, so this movie has Sally Field, Robert Downey Jr., Kevin Kline, So it is, hold on. There it is. Okay. Sally Field, Robert Downey Jr., Kevin Kline, Whoopi Goldberg, Elizabeth Shue. Y'all, this, okay, can you see it? It's the middle one. Soap dish.
Okay.
It's like in the 1990s, but it's based on a soap opera. And it has all these twists and turns. It's 100% unrealistic. It is 100% just funny. I like it. Comedy. I don't know if this is a big movie, but with all these like actors and actresses, now some people aren't going to like it. I really like it. So that's mine. That's my first movie.
Okay, well, tell us a little. It's a bunch of big names. What's the story about?
They are doing a soap opera called The Sun Also Sets. So it's the people actually making a soap opera, but then their lives kind of intertwine and things come up and their lives are like a soap opera. Because you know how soap operas are so crazy. Like, oh, they died, they fell 1,000 feet on pavement and got run over. And then 2 weeks later, hey, they're alive.
Yeah.
So this is just so crazy. It's so good. Gary Marshall is also in it. And I want to say he might have directed it because he does everything. But yeah, that's my first movie. Soap Dish. I'm so glad y'all haven't heard of it because I remember. Do what?
I put it on my list. I wrote it down.
Now you have to absolutely this is not going to make you think. This is not going to make you cry. This is not going to make, this actually might be just a waste of your time. I like it.
Oh my gosh, Angela. And I know part of the reason you like it is because it's a bunch of people. You like like a full cast of people that you know.
Yeah. And it is so it's how people plot and twist and in soap operas. And I grew up kind of watching soaps. So, you have a main character, All My Children. It's obviously Susan Lucci. And then you have people underneath her. Well, in this soap, Sally Field is the main character. And it's how people want to kind of throw her, they want to be the number one. It's just really, it's cute. It's cute. It makes me laugh. Yeah. So, yes, I'm so glad y'all haven't heard of it. Because I didn't know if it was a big movie or not. I mean, I probably watched it. It's like in the 90s or 80s. It's 1991. And it's 96 minutes. So if you don't like it, it's only 96 minutes of your life.
Okay, well, that's good to know. I'm also going to have to look up which ones of these are available streaming because those are the ones I'm going to end up watching first.
Yes.
Because I'll be like, okay, Prime has that or Netflix has that, so I'm going to watch that one.
Oh, yeah. I was about to say, I have no idea if they have this.
No. Well, maybe we'll look it up later, but maybe everybody can just do their own homework. So
okay. All right, okay. Betsy, what's your movie?
Okay, as we were talking, I've thought of some other ones that I really like that are there. I have some that are just kind of obscure, and then I have some that I think are really obscure. So I'll start on one that you probably have heard of. Maybe. I don't know. I'm sure Leslie has. So the first one I would say is Waking Ned Divine.
Yeah.
Have you seen it, Angela?
No, but I've heard of it. Who's in that?
I should know. Do you know, Leslie, who are the actors in it? I didn't look this up before.
It's a man.
Kline in it?
Who?
Kevin Kline is in it.
No, I don't know. Okay.
Or is it that Ralph Fiennes guy?
It's 1998, based in a very, very small town in Ireland. And the premise of the story is Ned Divine is this, older man, lives by himself. He's not asleep. He actually has a winning lottery ticket for millions of dollars. But he tells a couple of his neighbors, and then he goes home and he sees it and he has a heart attack. And then the next day people come and they look at his ticket. His friends come and look at his ticket and they're like, oh my gosh, he just died but this ticket's in his hand. Like, and so
he died.
He dies. Well, then they're like, what would Ned wanted us to do? He would have wanted us to like split this money. So it ends up being like more and more people find out about it. They end up being like the whole little town, everybody's in on it because the lottery guy comes to like investigate before they give him. It's a lot. It's like millions of dollars. And so the whole town, basically somebody else acts like he's Ned and everybody's playing along with it and they're all going to split it. So it's even though obviously somebody died, the premise, it's a comedy and it's cute. It's in Ireland. Like it's just a bunch of fun characters and a good story. So
that does sound good. I think I've heard of it, but I just have never seen it.
Yes. So Waking Ned.
So I'll write it down.
Write it down and just give me.
Do you like that movie, Leslie? Have you seen it?
Yeah, I'm liking it. Yeah.
Okay.
I didn't remember, and I don't know actors that well, so I'm trying to think of who all I know that's in it, and I'm not seeing any names of people I know. I just looked up the cast. Sorry.
You can't tell us one person?
That
doesn't do well for me.
David Kelly, Ian Bannon, Fionnuala Flanagan, James Nesman, Susan Lynch. Do you know any of these? But Angela, you can watch a movie that you don't know who the actors are. I mean, it's all Irish actors and actresses.
We'll see. But it sounds pretty good.
Yeah, it's good. It's good. It's okay if it doesn't have like a Hollywood actor that you know. It still can be good.
Like Bradley Cooper.
If Bradley Cooper were in it, it'd be a completely different movie. Let's be honest. And I don't mean that in a good way. Sorry, Angela. I mean, it's good that they're obscure, like people that we don't know that are actors in Ireland that are in this movie. It really, I mean, it's very. I think you'd like it. Okay. Moving on. Waking Ned was my first one. Okay.
Leslie, you got another one for us?
Kaz and Dylan.
Who?
Kaz and Dylan. Richard Dreyfuss and Tatiana Maslany, which is my girl from Orphan Black.
Hold on. Are you saying Kaz like K-A-Z?
It's C-A-S.
Hey, I was way off.
Dylan.
Kaz and Dylan.
Okay.
So Richard Dreyfuss plays a doctor and he goes home one night. He's playing fetch with his dog and the dog dies. So probably a high point there for Angela. And then he goes.
Speaking of, I see you have a little friend behind you.
Which one is it?
She's not looking at us, but
she's ignoring us.
She's a diva. So he's sitting in his car at the hospital, and this young girl walks up to him, and she's like kind of trying to escape a bad relationship. And he's about to go out west, and she's like, dude, give me a ride. And he's like, I have no idea who you are. Well, they end up going on this road trip together with this, it's this older man and this young girl.
I was about to say.
Yeah, completely different backgrounds. But I mean, I laughed so hard in this movie.
Really?
Till like the end. It's funny until it's not. And then it's like really sad. But it has a happy ending.
Are we gonna
wait? It's funny and then it's sad, but then it has a happy ending.
It's really sad, she said. And then it has a happy ending.
It's really sad for like 5 minutes.
Is that when the dog dies?
No.
Oh. Because that wouldn't be that sad.
No, not really.
Does someone else die?
Angela, yes. Stop it. Don't figure.
I just want to know if I get attached to these people, I don't want them to die.
Spoilers, Karen. No, okay, the whole point of this episode is these are movies that people probably haven't seen. So it's not like when we're talking about Pretty Woman, if you give spoilers away, okay? These are things that people haven't seen and they might want to watch.
Okay.
So we're not going to press Leslie about why it's super sad.
I want to know, does someone die?
You're going to have to, after we cut, we stop recording, Leslie can tell you the whole story and ruin it for you. But let's not ruin it for our listeners if they want to watch Kaz and Dylan.
Yeah.
With the CAS.
It's 85% funny. And then like 5%
Boom,
sad
hit ya.
and 10% uplifting.
I'm liking this
Wow,
percentage
you really
breakdown.
just
I don't want to
broke it down a lot.
I haven't thought about these
things. Not do that either.
Okay, so Kaz and Dylan.
All
I'm
right,
interested
Kaz
in
and
that.
Dylan.
It actually, the premise actually sounds like I'd enjoy it more than Homeroom, although Homeroom does sound like it'd be good as well.
So when just about time frame, when was this made? Do you know?
I happen to know that Tatiana Maslany got the call for Orphan Black while she was filming. So 2012, 13.
Oh,
okay. Because
Richard Dreyfuss, recent one.
And it's directed by Jason Priestley, which I didn't even know he did that.
Yes, he directed now, if y'all don't know who that is Brandon off of 90210. So
I did not know that he was even doing anything.
I knew he directed some of the 90210 stuff, but I didn't know he did like movies.
The new ones? The remake?
Let's not bring that up.
Because that's gonna make me not want to watch this movie then.
No, he did some of the old ones.
Really? When he was like 20? Oh, okay.
He wasn't that old. He just played younger. Anyway.
Okay, Angela.
Okay, so my next movie. It's called With Honors.
Oh, yes. I like With Honors.
Does it have Dempsey in it?
Yes.
Yes.
Yeah.
And Joe Pesci.
Mm-hmm.
Is it Joe Pesci?
Yes.
Yeah. And Brandon Fraser.
Yes.
And I don't know what the girl's name is. So y'all have seen it. So is it a big blockbuster then?
I think at the time it was pretty popular because Brendan Fraser was popular. But I would guess that most people now haven't seen it. Yeah.
Because
that was
really
what, early 90s?
Classic.
You think it's classic?
No, I don't think it's a timeless classic.
Oh.
I mean, I think it's a cute movie. I don't think it's going to win any awards.
Should I pick another one?
But that's okay. No.
Should I pick another one? Y'all are making me feel terrible about my pick. Let me pick another one. My next one is Big Trouble in Little China.
I've heard of that. I haven't seen it.
Oh, good. Betsy, have you seen it?
No.
Look at that cover.
And I can tell you, if I would have seen that cover in Blockbuster, just going to date myself right then, I would have kept walking.
Okay. So I'm so glad
I wouldn't have even picked it up to look at the back to read it.
Okay, I own it obviously because it's right here. And I'm looking to see what year it is. It is Kurt Russell. My dad introduced me to this one, which is not surprising.
This is why you like it, because you grew up with it.
Yes.
Okay.
It is so weird. It is,
and there's a romance in it, I'm sure.
Yeah, good job. How'd you know that?
Because I knew you wouldn't like it unless there was a romance in it.
Y'all, I don't know when it was made. It's not telling me when it was made. It was probably in the late 80s or early 90s. What's that girl's name? Kate Capshaw. She's married to Steven Spielberg. Anyone? She was on she was in that movie with Indiana Jones.
Which Indiana Jones? That's
the one with
the
one with the monkey brain that they were eating.
Popular. This must have been 90s then. Or 80s.
Oh no. Kim Cattrall. It's not Kate Capshaw. It's Kim Cattrall. Sorry, I just read that. It was in 1986 and it's 99 minutes. So if y'all don't like it, bam. Again,
I do like that all of Angela's are like only an hour and a half.
Like the prime movie length for me.
It is for me too, but gosh, I would be hard pressed to find one. I just watched the third part. Angel and I watched the third part of the To All the Boys I Loved thing on Netflix.
And that was long.
It was 2 hours. I was like, why the heck is this 2 hours?
Yeah.
It's like a high school rom-com. It should be an hour and a half. Like, there's no reason this needs to be 2 hours long.
Everything should be an hour and a half.
Yes.
And then when you watch longer movies, it's like you can find the half hour to take out.
Yes.
Like,
yes.
100%. And we were watching something the other night, and it was an older. What were we watching? And then it came on. I was like intermission, and it was. I looked at my husband, and I'm like, "Oh my gosh! Like this is half."
Was it Gone with the Wind? Because they have an
No,
intermission.
no. And it wasn't like the Ten Commandments either. It wasn't one of those. Okay.
So let me tell you about Big Trouble in Little China. If y'all haven't seen it, please watch it. Kurt Russell is a truck driver, and obviously he gets in Little China, in that little section, Little China. You know what I'm talking about?
Yep.
Little, not like in China, the country, in Little China.
Mm-hmm.
And things just go awry, and it's funny. You're gonna like it. You're gonna go, Angela, what is going on? Because one guy.
I feel like we have technical problems. It's very intentional right now. Hold on.
Let me tell you what this guy does.
Okay, while Angela's explaining, I would like to say I expect this from some 80s, like late 80s movies. There's such like random things that happen, and you're like, wait, what just happened? Do they all turn into claymation? Like,
no,
they're flying hamburger? Like, you just
one
never
guy
know what they're gonna do. So
holds
dumb.
his breath.
Okay.
So much that he blows up.
Yeah. See, I knew it, because sometimes you're like, why was this allowed? And who thought, like, the comedy, did people's sense of humor, was it really different than it is now?
It was pretty cool in the movie. I'll say that. It wasn't gross.
I didn't think it was gross. I just mean, I called it. I was like, it's going to be a movie where there's just like ridiculous stuff that happens.
So Big Trouble in Little China. I can't believe y'all have seen it. I can't put this as one of my charade movies because it has China proper name in it, but it is a really funny.
We play charades very different.
You don't, you use proper names?
In a movie title, sure.
We don't. So please put that on y'all's list. Y'all aren't writing.
I wrote it.
Okay. Good job.
I didn't write it because it's right here. I'm going to remember it.
I'm going to text you the name.
Guys, you know how much we text? That thing will be like scroll up 4 pages by tomorrow.
Wait, when was Sean born?
Who?
Your husband,
he was born
Sean.
In 1988.
So this was made before he was born.
Well,
don't watch this movie, Beth.
Don't watch it?
No.
Why are you telling me not to watch it?
That makes me depressed.
What is happening? You're just like, I'm texting you the name, you better watch it, and then you're like, don't watch it.
It's that old. It's so old.
Oh my gosh. Okay.
I can't believe it's older. Okay. Move on. What's your next
problem for me? I watch old movies.
What's your next obscure movie? Oh, and this is totally like all color and no subtitles.
Okay.
So,
mine.
What's your next one?
You might be upset, Angela. It's an Italian film. They do have it as a dubbed option in English. Okay.
Yeah.
Okay, so it's an Italian film, and you can watch it with subtitles or you can watch it dubbed. But it is called Life is Beautiful. It's from 1997.
Wait, didn't this win an Oscar?
I don't know. Did it? I don't keep up with Oscars. Sorry.
Hold on. Leslie, didn't this guy, when he won an Oscar, like he jumped on the seats and was like, oh, like a little bitty man? No, nobody? Bueller?
Crickets?
Bueller?
I'm going to start with I don't watch the Oscars.
Oh, I'll watch it for the dresses.
I'm going to start with I watch it sometimes with Angela and look at dresses, and I don't know who half the people are. Okay, so Life is Beautiful. It does take place like Second World War, concentration camps. It's funny, even though it's funny, sad, which is amazing. Am I right, Leslie? Like it's really good. It's really cute. It's like a romance. And so even though it's sad, like it's really a cute movie. Like you laugh more, like yeah, there's a couple points where I cried, but most of the time I was just like totally engrossed with like the love story, and it was just really cute. Like it's funny.
Okay,
there's a lot of funny things.
Can you do a breakdown?
A breakdown of percentages?
Yeah.
Okay. I'm gonna say 90% Well, do we have to do, okay, 90% is like romance comedy.
Okay.
And
Okay. That's
10%
good.
is like sad. I mean, it's, it's
And it's 100% subtitles.
Yeah, or dubbed. They do have a dubbed version where they're speaking Italian, but they mute the Italian and then they English over it. So if you don't mind the matching, it doesn't match with the words,
I don't know if I could do that.
Well, you might be bothered less by them than having to read the subtitles. It's up to you.
Yeah. Okay.
But Life is Beautiful.
I can do that for you. I have it.
You have it?
Yeah.
Oh, good. And it's not in subtitles?
Yeah, mine's in subtitles.
Oh,
I don't do dubs at all. I hate dubs.
Yeah.
So subtitles, this is how I feel about them sometimes. I am missing what's happening because I'm reading.
Yeah, I could see that. It doesn't move. It's not like if you were watching something like Gilmore Girls trying to be subtitled, I'd be like, oh my God, I got a headache. But
No
this
way.
isn't going to move so fast that you're not going to be able to keep up with what's going on. I don't think. But I don't mind the subtitles. I have seen part of it dubbed at one point. I think when I was teaching, I watched a section of it and I used the dubbed just because it's really small when I'm projecting it in the classroom and the kids.
You showed this movie in the classroom?
Part of it, yeah.
Why?
I don't want to tell you. Because it fit with I'm teaching religion. It fit with our lesson on the dignity of the human person. I mean, that kind of makes sense, right?
Yeah.
Yeah. I mean, we're talking about dignity of human persons and stuff. Yeah. No.
Okay.
I didn't show him all of it, although I might have. I mean, I would have loved to because it's really good. Okay.
Okay.
So Life is Beautiful.
So,
yeah.
It's on my list.
Okay. I'm glad that you approve, Leslie. I feel good now.
Yes.
Okay. You're up, Leslie.
Okay.
Well, I feel bad because now that I'm thinking about it, all my movies besides Kaz and Dylan are sad.
And you said that was somewhat sad too.
5%. But the next one that I'm about to say is 100% sad. It's called Gimme Shelter. It's maybe 10-ish years old. It has Vanessa Hudgens, Rosario Dawson, Brendan Fraser, James Earl Jones, Ann Dowd.
That's a lot of people.
Yeah. Angel's interested. Okay.
Yeah, so I got your
Shelter.
I got your big cast.
Yeah.
So Vanessa Hudgens is a 16-year-old who has been from foster care to foster care to foster care. Ends up back with her mom, who is Rosario Dawson. Drug addict, prostitute, abusive to her. So she's like, you know what? I'm going to bounce. So she runs away to go find her dad, who ran off before she was even born. And he's like this hotshot Wall Street guy.
So it's not James Earl Jones.
No, it's Brendan Fraser.
Oh.
And while she's staying with him, because he let her stay there, she finds out that she's pregnant. And they're like, well, you can stay here, but you're going to have to get an abortion. And she's like, no. So then she runs away again. She gets like a car wreck or hit by a car or something happens. She ends up in the hospital. That's where she meets James Earl Jones.
What is he?
He's like a chaplain, I guess, in the church.
Nice. I could see that.
Hospital. So he hooks her up with this shelter where Ann Dowd owns the shelter. And so she finds this little community of like other girls who are having the same problems as her, blah, blah, blah. But it's based in a real shelter. And fun fact, James Earl Jones and Brendan Fraser actually donated their salary from the movie to the shelter.
Oh,
really?
Wow.
That's really nice of them.
I'd ask me the name of the shelter because I do not remember. It was like Second Chance or something.
What city is it in?
I'm sure if you look on the movie information, it has it, or like at the end of the movie, it probably says like.
Angela didn't tell me until this morning that I was doing this, so I did not prepare.
You prepared more than we have. Trust me, I couldn't tell you what Soap Dish was about. I had to read.
Don't tell people that we did not prepare. We did prepare.
Oh, my bad. I've been preparing for weeks.
Like 3 hours ago, Angela texted me and she's like, "We don't know about Leslie yet, but either we'll do some topic tonight." We got it.
Listen, there's some things that we prepare for more than
Give Me
others.
Shelter seems like, I mean, that's really cool that it's based on like an actual shelter where these girls can come.
And I can see that being really sad though too, but it's real life.
I'm going to cry the whole movie.
Don't watch it right now. Don't watch it right now.
Okay, I'll watch it after I have the baby and I'm like postpartum.
Like watch it when the kid, like the baby's like 3.
Okay, I'll wait till my kids are 16.
No, then it'll hit too close to home. Oh my God, what yeah, watch it after they're married and they are having kids.
Okay,
put it on your list.
I'll put it on the list. Where do you keep this list that I'm going to have 25 years from now?
I'll text it to you.
Okay. By then we won't even have text. We'll have some kind of like telepathic communication device.
Oh, geez. No one needs that with me.
Okay, Angela, you're up.
Okay, well, y'all shot. Okay, so don't ask me a lot about this movie. I just know I like it. It's called Enough Said. Have y'all heard that? Heard of that one?
No.
It's the last movie that James Gandolfini was in. Do you know who that is?
The Sopranos.
Yes, good job. He was the daddy. He was Tony in The Sopranos, Betsy. So this is not a mob movie though. This is the last movie before he passed away, and Julia Louis-Dreyfus is in it.
Okay.
I've seen this movie before.
Have you?
It sounds like it's a rom-com.
I did.
It's not a rom-com. It's a romantic movie, maybe, but how they get there is like weird.
Were
but
they like
I really
both divorced or something?
Yes. Yeah. And she has a daughter or a son. I don't know what she has, a kid, and it has some issues, and he's kind of like in the same boat. And did you like it?
I did like it. Yeah.
So if you haven't seen it, put it down. It's called Enough Said. Enough Said. Yeah. So that's all I got for you. But I just remember when I watched it, I really, really enjoyed it. Are you looking it up, Betsy?
No, I was looking up something else because I thought of one that I wanted to mention that I hadn't thought of before.
Okay, so that's my next one. So that's all I got. And I'm glad you liked it, Leslie. Thank you.
Wait, that's your last one?
No, I have
that's
plenty
all
more.
That's all you're gonna say about it. Okay.
That's all I have about Enough Said.
Okay, I would like to. Okay, there's two that aren't that obscure, so I'm just gonna mention them together. They're rom-coms too, so whatever. They're just cute rom-coms that a lot of people hadn't heard of that I like. So the first one is Return to Me with Minnie Driver and David Duchovny.
Yes, of course I've seen it.
Okay.
Yeah.
Is it really popular? Because I didn't think it was really popular.
I think it, like if you like rom-coms, I think you've seen it. I'll say that. Like I like rom-coms, so I've seen them. Okay. It wasn't my favorite though, I'll tell you that.
Really? So Bonnie Hunt is in it, and then I just thought it was really funny. Like her grandpa and the old men. I just thought that was a really funny part of the story. And, it is based loosely on a true story.
Really?
Yeah. So, Minnie Driver isn't always my favorite, but I did think it was a true story. So
I think that might be it.
Yeah. So, and also I know how you are with the male lead. If Bradley Cooper was in it, it would be the best thing ever. So,
David Duchovny, all I think about is Aliens.
Did you even watch that show?
No.
I knew it. Okay. So then the other one is One Fine Day.
Oh, with George Clooney and Michelle Pfeiffer?
Yeah.
I love that movie.
See, Leslie hasn't seen it.
Leslie, have you not seen it? Okay, I own it. I'll let you borrow it.
Okay. It's cute.
That makes me feel good.
You know, they just kind of, you know, they both have kids. They're both divorced, and then they basically spend the day fighting with each other. You know, one of those love-hate things. But it's just it's a cute little rom-com that I don't think gets as much credit as it deserves. You know,
I liked it.
And George Clooney. Okay, so I just wanted to mention those two. There is one other.
Oh, okay. You can just keep on going.
I'm just going to go ahead through them really quick because I'm not talking about it much. I'm just saying it's a rom-com, and they have well-known actors in them. So I'm like, I feel like if people want to watch them, they'll look them up. You know, the other one is Karina, which is
that with Whoopi Goldberg?
Yes.
Yeah, I remember that movie.
And who's the girl in it?
The little girl?
Yeah, isn't there a little girl?
Yeah, I didn't know her at the time, but it's Mae Whitman.
Oh yeah, I don't know who that is.
She was
in Good Girls now.
Oh no, that's not. Sorry, that's something else. I have the wrong one up. That was she's in Mae Whitman is in One Fine Day as the little girl. Karina, I don't know who the little girl is. Sorry.
She's in Good Girls now. The little girl is now in Good Girls.
The little girl from One Fine Day
is in Good Girls.
Yes. Is the actor,
okay.
One of the actors.
We're saying the word girl a lot. Just want y'all to know.
Okay. So Karina, did you know John Cusack is in Karina? Did you remember?
No, I've never seen it. I just have seen like previews or things of it, but I've actually never seen the movie.
Okay. Well, it is. Have you seen it, Leslie?
Yeah, but I was like 10.
Oh, okay.
I remember Whoopi Goldberg, but I couldn't tell you anything else about
it. It's from 1990. It's Ray, however you say it, Liotta.
I like
Liotta.
Ray Liotta. Mm-hmm.
I do too. So
fellas.
He has a little girl. He's widowed. His wife has passed away, and this takes place in I think the 50s. And he hires Whoopi Goldberg to be like an in-house nanny and housekeeper with his daughter. And then it ends up that they end up falling in love. I'm not spoiling it. You're gonna see that from the beginning if you start watching it. But of course, this is like in the 50s, I think, or 60s. I don't remember. So it's like there's some issues that come up. But it's really cute, and I don't necessarily like Whoopi Goldberg in romance. So I think she's great, but I've never it's hard. I don't know. I always just see her as funny and
it's generally not her genre.
Yeah.
And so she's more just comedian.
I think her and Ray Liotta both do a good job with it. So that's it. I'm done.
Okay.
I talked so much, but those are simple rom-coms. So I just want to move on.
Just moving my stuff around. Okay, Leslie, what's your next one?
Well, I have one more, but like I said, it's really sad. So I have some other ones that aren't sad, but they're not
Thank
good.
Goodness.
They're not good.
They're not as good. Tell us the good sad one first, because I still want to know if it's really good.
And this movie, I'm telling you, upset me so bad. I've only watched it one time.
What?
Is it The Passion of the Christ?
I know. I am not writing it down. But what is it?
It's called An American Crime. It has Ellen Page and I think Catherine Keener's in it.
I know who that is.
So it's based on a true story. And one of the things that made it so hard to watch is that they stay very true to the story.
When you said American Crime, I was like, ooh, this might be hard to watch because it's
it's like a rape scene or someone gets murdered or someone gets tortured. One. Mm-hmm.
So it's based on a true story of a young girl in Indianapolis named Sylvia Likens. She was 16. Her and her sister stayed with this family because their parents were carnival tour people or whatever.
Oh, I don't know. You said carnival and I thought carnivore.
I don't know if that part's true or if that was just for the movie, but they ended up staying with this family. And for some reason, the mom just hated Ellen Page's character and kind of separated her out from everybody else. She would encourage the other kids, her other kids and kids in the neighborhood to come torture this girl. They'd burn her with cigarettes.
Oh my gosh.
It's horrible. And it cuts to like courtroom scenes where they're giving their testimonies, which was, as I understand it, like read from the court transcript. So it's
so it's very accurate.
And I mean, it made me sick to my stomach, but it's really good.
So how old was she when this was happening to her?
16, and she died. And when they found her, she had over 150 wounds on her body, like cigarette burns, cuts, all kinds of stuff. Like this girl went through it. It's horrible.
Okay. I'm not going to watch this movie. So just go ahead. Spoiler alert. Did the lady get justice?
I mean, she was found guilty. I don't know that her sentence was enough.
Is she's probably out now?
I mean, she's probably dead now. This happened in like the 50s.
Oh yeah, she's probably dead.
60s, mid 60s, I think.
Yeah, I was wondering how like this girl like, you know, communicated with her parents, but if it was that long ago, then that makes sense why she couldn't like, you know, find other adults to get out of that. Yeah.
Yeah, because back then they didn't believe
kids. Though that all those other people too would be like okay with that. You know what I mean?
Right.
Yeah, and they were kids too. I mean, it's like 6-year-olds, you know, burning her with cigarettes and.
Okay, that sounds terrible.
But it's a really good movie. Like it's very well done.
Okay. So good movie.
We watch documentaries all the time. You can watch this.
And you know what it is though? Like Angela's telling me how I need to watch Ozark, but the thing is it's worse because it's real.
Yeah.
It really happened to this girl. And so it's like, because I know, Angela, I'm like, the first episode, they're like shoving dead bodies into barrels and shooting innocent
acid.
But then you're like, but this girl with cigarette burns, because it was a real case. It happened to someone. And that really, man, like you said, it just makes it so sad and
disturbing that there are people out there that are just that evil, you know?
I mean, there probably are people that have put people in barrels with acid before. We just haven't read the case documents or the court documents for it.
Or seen the movie. Okay, let's move on.
Okay, let's move on. And we'll give Leslie a chance later to also give a happy one. Okay.
Yeah. Can you do that, Leslie?
Do you have anything else, Angela?
Yeah, I have some other ones. Okay, Empire Records. Have y'all seen this?
Yes.
Yes.
Okay. I don't care if y'all seen it. I really like it. And it's a happy flipping movie. So
90s. It's a good 90s.
It is. It's there. A bunch of troubled people. Liv Tyler's in it. Renee Zellweger's in it. What's that kid's name?
Teens and 20-year-olds, like young people.
It's like 107 minutes. So y'all can totally do it.
Angela's keeping it real with this hour and a half. I like it.
So, and it's just like troubled teens that work at a record store, and the boss, he knows that they're all troubled in their own ways and still kind of takes care of them. And in the end, they have this great singing on top of the roof. It's really nice. So it's a happy.
That's what you end it with.
Yeah, I like it. It's really nice. The song is Sugar High.
Yes.
Because I actually have that down.
A good soundtrack. It's a very good soundtrack.
Shout out to Shannon OT, because Empire Records is like one of her favorite movies ever.
Really? Oh, it's so nice to know.
One of the things we bonded over when we first started working together.
I did not know that. So Shannon, yes, shout out, and I hope you subscribe now.
Let's get down to the point of all this.
Leslie, we're gonna have to remind her that we mentioned her.
Yeah. So don't tell her when, so she has to listen to the whole thing.
Around minute 34, we mentioned you, Shannon.
If you don't hear it, keep listening.
So y'all both like this movie?
Yes. Yeah.
Okay. Yeah. And I watched it as a teenager, but I think now I would still, of course I'd still like it. But I think if you're an adult watching it for the first time, you kind of still like it. Don't you think?
Yes, I like it.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
I don't think I was very young when I watched it the first time. I was probably 20.
I think I was like high school, like senior or junior year that we watched it. Because I remember driving in my car with the soundtrack on, just blaring Sugar High.
Yes, we did like that song.
Mm-hmm.
Okay, the one that I have to talk about next is, it was from 1997, but it takes place in the future. And I was just trying to real quick look up when it's supposed to take place, because I bet it's like 2020 or 2030, and it has not happened what they predicted. But it's a really good movie. It's called Gattaca. Have you seen it, Leslie? Gattaca. It has Ethan Hawke, Uma Thurman, Jude Law, Alan Arkin. Do you know? Have you seen it? No.
So I've heard of it, but I have not seen it.
So Ethan Hawke is
It's good?
Yeah, it's really good. Ethan Hawke is the main character, and it's living in a time where nobody has biological children naturally. Everyone has the DNA tested before they have a baby, so with the eggs, and to make sure, because they can weed out, not just like, oh, so you can choose if you want a boy or girl, but they can alter things, so they can get rid of heart disease, they can cure, they can see, you know, all this different stuff at this point in the future. So they're able to tweak it, and then they also they do test all the time on everyone. So people like test the people they're dating to see like how good, like if they're like, oh, you're 98% or you're 90% or different things. Well,
like compatible with them, or just
no, like they're how healthy they are and how long they're gonna live.
Thank God they don't have that.
Yeah, right. So but they're at a point where almost everyone, it's very, very rare that you just have a baby. Okay. So his parents have 2 kids. They have him first, and he has heart disease, the same as his dad had. And then they have another one that they, you know, alter it as like perfect child. So he grows up, he wants to be an astronaut, which of course the only job you're going to get when they test your DNA, if you're like him, is like a janitor. So they're like, that's impossible. So he ends up this huge elaborate scam, which you find out early in the movie, so I'm not giving anything away. Jude Law plays basically like, I think he was like an Olympian, and he got hit by a car, so he was paralyzed, and he's in a wheelchair. So he ends up, Ethan Hawke and him live together, and he uses all of Jude Law's DNA as his own. So they think that he is like really healthy. They think that all these great things about him because he's posing as this other guy. But it's very elaborate because they do like blood, they do like urine test all the time, and they do, I mean, like a blood prick for like all kinds of stuff.
Right.
And so he ends up, you know, he wants to be an astronaut. He wants to go whatever they're doing. They're, you know, have a space station on Mars at the time or something. So it's a big elaborate thing, but it really like.
And he dies.
What is the
because y'all's are so sad.
No, it's good. I'm not okay. He doesn't die.
I'm just preparing myself.
So, but the whole point is he's pushing, he's so determined. Like the little catchphrase on the movie is, there's no gene for the human spirit, because he's so determined and is so like driven that he is like overcoming all this stuff, instead of, since he was a child, them saying like, oh, you can't do that. Right. Oh, you can't be in sports. Oh, you can't, you know, and then always having like being rejected because of these things, because of his, you know, his health. And so like that. So it's a really interesting take on, I mean, and it was made, I don't remember when it was made, but I think late 90s.
So when I was in school, in college, undergrad, I took a genetics class, and we got extra credit for watching this movie.
Oh, you have seen
it? And
I
don't think I saw it. I just was like, whatever.
I'm like, you're asking a lot of questions. You've already seen it? No, you have not seen it. And I'm very surprised that I have one that Leslie has not seen.
Because also, I'm like, I don't care about the future. I'm not really big on futuristic movies.
That's not the point. It's not like a sci-fi, Angela. It's like it's a really ethical question that we're talking about. Like, where are we going with these things that as we become more capable with science and technology, what is that leading to, and what should we be doing with this science and technology? Not if we can do it, but should we be doing these things,
Yeah. Okay.
Leslie, go ahead. You were starting to say something.
I only recently got into sci-fi, so there's a lot of movies. Even if I think it's sci-fi, I haven't seen it.
Yeah, me too. I'm right there with you.
This does not have any
not my genre.
Aliens, magic. It is based in the future, but it's very much like not outlandish in the future, especially now. Because I'm like,
yeah, it sounds really good. I've wrote it down.
I mean, a lot of stuff they were doing. I'm like, we're almost at that point now.
Speaking of outlandish, Outlander is also very good.
Okay. Yes, Outlander is good.
Yeah.
Not obscure, not a movie. You just want to talk about Outlander.
It's so good. That's all I gotta say.
That's why Angela wants to go to Scotland. Okay, so Gattaca. Yeah. All right, Leslie. One of the ones you said is not as sad. Would you like to share?
Can we have something that I'm not gonna cry?
Well, you're not gonna cry at Gattaca, so
I came up with but I mean they're not good. The first one I was just thinking about earlier today, and I texted Nathan because he's the one who showed it to me. It was a gnome named Norm.
Is this a newer movie?
Is this a sci-fi movie?
No, it's like this weird puppet thing. I don't know. It's like very Jim Henson. And I was thinking about it today.
Wait, is this the Muppet movies that we went and saw that are like
this feels
X-rated Muppet?
This feels like it would be in that.
What was that movie?
We watched, Angela, remember the dinosaurs and the other mashup where we originally saw Tiptoes? 10 worst movie trailers.
Oh yeah,
Doesn't
that was
the
terrible.
Gnome named Norm seem like it would be in that lineup?
What was that cartoon? What was that cartoon though that we watched? I think Nathan was there too. And it's like the Muppets, but it's like X-rated Muppets. Like you're like, these Muppets should not be doing this.
Oh, so you don't mean just like somebody was like high, like the Dark Crystal or the Labyrinth.
Okay, so the thingy looks like the Dark Crystal thing, like the gnome.
Okay, like
out in
the Dark Crystal is very weird, but it's like it's not like dirty. It's just like somebody was high.
I don't know what y'all are talking about.
Have you seen the Labyrinth? Have you heard of the Labyrinth?
Yeah, I think I saw it and I did not like it. Is that with that guy in it?
David Bowie.
Bowie.
Yeah, and Jennifer Connelly. I think.
Yeah. I did not like it.
You should know David Bowie. I'm just throw that out, Karen. Okay, you should know who David Bowie is.
Okay,
anyway, those
again,
are both
did not like
movies. Those are both what I said. The Dark Crystal and Labyrinth are both Jim Henson productions, but they are very different than Muppets and Sesame Street and such.
Yeah.
So go ahead. So a gnome named Norm is similar to just being very odd puppetry.
Yeah, but it's only the one. Like it's just Norm.
Oh, everybody else is human.
Yeah, everybody else is human.
Okay.
And it's like I'm pretty sure the guy is Anthony Michael Hall.
Is this from the 80s? Because I feel like this makes me think of those duck movies where it was like a 90s. Duck, but everybody else was a person.
Was that Howard?
Maybe.
Howard the Duck or Howard? His name was Howard.
But
Howard something.
I remember watching this movie and laughing because it's completely ridiculous. And all my other movies are sad. So
so obscure but
not sad.
Terrible. A Muppet movie.
It's terrible. But
see, that's why I feel like there's so many things in the 80s like that. I'm like, who thought of this? So it's like a dinosaur, like a kid became a dinosaur that's like obviously like someone in a dinosaur costume and everyone else is a person. Just really weird stuff. Like, oh, let's have a gnome as a character.
Leslie, what is the Muppet movie that we went and saw at the theater?
I don't remember the name of it.
Wait, you saw this at a theater?
No, not the gnome one. We saw the Muppet movie at the theater, and it was so raunchy, but I laughed so hard.
About? Was it real Muppets or was it something else?
Yeah, it was Muppets.
It was
Leslie,
not Muppets. It was
okay. Thank you.
They were like B-rated Muppets.
Okay, well, let's clarify.
They weren't your
I have seen Muppet movies, and I've never seen any that were raunchy.
This one was raunchy,
but this wasn't the Muppets. It was just some puppets.
They were stop! Don't say puppets. They were Muppets.
No, they were puppets.
Angela, Muppets are specifically Jim Henson characters. Was Cookie Monster in it? Was Kermit or Piggy in it?
No, these are the B-rated ones I said.
Okay,
not the
then they're
A-stars.
puppets. They're not Muppets.
Okay, well, I think the movie title had Muppet in it.
Y'all need to tell me what this is that you saw in the theater.
Me, Leslie, Nathan, Maddie was going to come, but she got stuck talking on the phone.
Oh my God,
okay,
Karen.
It's the Happy Town Murders.
Yes.
The Happy Town Murders?
Happy Time Murders. And it's also with, what's her name? Melissa. Yes, Melissa McCarthy.
Angela,
Betsy.
you went to something in the theaters called the Happy Time Murders.
Yeah, they drugged me
puppets.
To it. Yeah, they drugged me to it. And I'm going to tell you, because I was like,
I have a feeling this was Nathan's idea.
It was 100% Nathan's idea. We went and ate Mexican. Now, that could have been all of our ideas. And then we went to the movies. And I'm so glad I had it. I was like, I'm just going to have a margarita and I'll get through this movie. I laughed so much and so hard. Betsy, if you haven't seen this.
So you like this movie?
I mean, I don't know.
Now you say you like it after all that. The last 5 minutes, you've been like, that movie was that movie, and now I'm finding out that you actually enjoyed it.
It is so funny because they're puppets or Muppets. I don't even know the difference.
No, you don't.
And
Karen.
And it ends. They do stuff, and you're like, oh, they're not supposed to be doing this. Like one of them just curses up a storm, and one of them is just she's a little racy, like okay.
I wrote it down. I wrote it down. I don't need any more description. You've given.
Hey, do this.
A lot.
Please don't watch. Please don't watch this with Sean. I don't want my level of popularity
to go down again.
Yeah.
What was it they were talking about? Whenever he was like, what did he say? I've lost respect for Angela.
Oh, probably The Godfather.
No, it was The Grinch. It was The Grinch because you said you liked the Jim Carrey one better than the original.
I do like the Jim Carrey one.
Then Sean was like, I'm losing respect for Angela. And Angela's like, so like, you're still the godmother to our first child. I don't think you need to worry about it.
Okay, but this one might get me kicked off.
It actually sounds like something that Sean would like.
Leslie, did you not laugh? Like, I laughed so hard, I think I missed some parts of the movie because I was catching my breath and stuff.
I think I might have cried laughing. Like,
yes.
Especially with that one in the office.
Yes. Oh.
Y'all remember a lot of this movie. When did this come out? How many years ago did this?
No. It
was almost traumatizing.
It was so shocking. I was not at all expecting something like this. So please watch it. And I don't think it was like a huge hit because it was terrible, but it was so funny. Yeah. So thanks for bringing that up, Leslie. I mean, you're known from Norman or somebody, whoever made me think of it. But yeah, Happy Time Murders.
Okay.
Well, if you're interested in watching a gnome named Norm,
okay, she's good.
What were you saying?
If you're interested in watching a gnome named Norm, it's on the Tubi app.
Tubi!
Free Netflix.
Am I supposed to know what that is?
No.
Free Netflix.
I don't know what that is.
There's Crackle and there's Tubi. There's several apps that you can have on your television, Angela.
Y'all are saying words that don't mean anything to me. You realize that, right?
Yeah, and that's why we're educating you. So you can get Tubi, Tubi, or Crackle, spelled just like the normal word, snap, crunch, pop, crunch. And those are, they have movies on there for free that you watch. It's like, they might have a commercial or two, but it's not bad. They have some TV also.
So are they the best movies if a Gnome for Norm is on there?
No, they're the best movies, but they're hard to find movies.
They are hard to find movies. Yeah. I've looked up several that are like not bad movies. They're just like, from 20 years ago. They're obscure.
Okay.
And I'm like, where am I going to watch this? Oh, it's free on Crackle.
I don't even know how you go about getting Crackle or Tubi.
Next time I'm at your house, I'll show you. From your main,
okay,
you can search for new apps on your smart TV, and they usually already pop up because they're like trying to, get you to go on those apps.
All right, is it my turn?
Yes. Do you have any more?
Amazon Prime.
I have some more. Amazon Prime.
So you probably have to press less buttons than Amazon Prime. Since you have to press 3 now because the kids messed it up.
Yeah, those kids. Okay, I have a couple more.
Okay. Quick, because we're gonna be out of time.
Okay. Have y'all seen Shag the movie?
Oh yes, with you.
Leslie, have you seen Shag the movie?
Like
what did she say? Oh gosh, no. Look at this.
No.
It's Phoebe Cates and Bridget Fonda. Phoebe? Is that how you say her name?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Okay, my bad. Phoebe and Bridget Fonda. And I don't know who that hot guy is, but that hot guy right there. And it's so cute, y'all. Betsy, okay. So it's on a summer weekend in 1963. 4 girlfriends made memories that would last a lifetime. So
it wasn't made in the 60s.
No, it was
made in like the late 80s, early 90s.
Yeah. You gotta let me look for that. 1989.
There you go.
And it doesn't say how many minutes it is.
Probably 103.
Oh, it's 99.
99 minutes.
Yeah. So Betsy, you only know about it because I told you about it. Did you like it?
I did. We watched it at your old house when you were living with your parents.
Oh my gosh, that was a long time ago.
Yeah, I think that's the last time. I was like probably home from college or something visiting.
Yeah. So, but you did like it. So it's about 4 girlfriends. One's supposed to get married, and then they just are supposed to do a trip here, and they ended up changing the trip destination and going to, where do they go? They go to like South Carolina, Myrtle Beach or something like that.
Okay.
And
cute.
Shag's the dance they do. So it's really, I really enjoy it.
Cute little movie.
It is a cute little movie. Okay.
I'm going to mention one that I have mentioned on the podcast before, but I need to bring it up again because Angela still hasn't watched it.
Well, thanks a lot, Karen, for calling me out.
Coupe de Ville.
And I was just about to say, how do you know I haven't watched it? But how do you spell that? And I'll put it on my list.
I know that you have it. It's like the car, the name of the car.
Coupe.
C-O-O-P space D-E.
It's 2 O's. It's not C-O-U-P.
I don't think so.
Coupe de Ville. Okay. Who's in it?
Patrick Dempsey and Alan Arkin.
What's that sigh for? Oh, is this where one of them dies?
No, stop saying someone's going to die. It is a drama. Nobody dies in this movie. No one dies.
That's so awesome.
It with Patrick Dempsey episode, and I think I mentioned it again when we were joking about doing one about car movies, and with Sean when Sean was on, and I was like, Sean's gonna be the only one talking because you were like, there's the red cars and the blue cars. I'm like, yeah, there's car movies. Anyway, Coupe de Ville. So it's a story of a dad who lives in Florida, a dad and mom who live in Florida, and they get their son to drive their oldest son to pick up a car that's like the original car that him and his wife bought when they were first married. Not the same one, but the same model, and drive it across the country and pick up his other two brothers on the way. So he picks up his younger brother, and then the youngest brother, Patrick Dempsey, I think is the youngest one. And they're all different. Like one's in the military, one's like, a high school or college kid and like kind of a rebel. And so they like get to know each other and bond over different things as they're on this road trip back to their dad to deliver the car.
Leslie, have you seen this movie?
Never even heard of it.
Oh, wow.
That's
impressive.
I have really enjoyed this because I haven't heard of half these.
You're going to hate them, but that's great.
No, you are not.
I think they're falling in that age group where like I was watching Ninja Turtles.
Yeah,
I didn't do Ninja Turtle.
And I will not tell my husband that you said that because he has like the Ninja Turtle movies on our shelf, and I like, please don't make me watch that with you.
That's
like, let's
impressive.
be honest.
That is prime cinema.
Okay, so
like 3.
Do we have any more movies, or does anyone else have any more movies, Leslie?
Okay. You remember what's the movie with Michelle Pfeiffer and she's the substitute teacher that like
Gangster's Paradise. Is it? It's Gangster's Paradise is the song, and the movie is called
Dangerous Minds.
Dangerous Minds. Yes.
So there's another movie that is similar.
That's not it.
That I think was probably less popular just because it was Latino cast, and it was called Stand and Deliver with Edward James Olmos.
I have seen it. Stand and Deliver. Yes.
Wait, with who?
Edward James Olmos. He played the dad in Selena.
Yes, I've seen that movie. It's really good.
Yes.
Really good.
I didn't know that was the name of it. Okay, so that is a really good movie. I like it.
Stand and Deliver?
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah.
Okay, so I have one, and y'all probably have seen it, but I need to mention it. The Town. Have y'all seen that with Ben Affleck?
No.
No, Ben Affleck.
Okay. Stop that. Stop right there. Because some people are like, I don't like Ben Affleck. But no, this is good. It's Ben Affleck. What?
He's a terrible actor.
Okay, he also
was just uncalled for.
Okay, yeah, I totally agree, but this is a good movie. It's him, and John Hamm is in it too. Does that change your mind? Yeah. I know, who doesn't like John Hamm? Hello. So it is it's set in Boston. Go figure. But y'all, it's really good. It's about these people it's a tight group of guys that kind of rob and steal. And what's the guy's name in it? He was Jason Bourne for one season. And he's also in the Marvel movies. And he wears like all black. Do you know who I'm talking about? Jason Renner, maybe? Something like that.
Sorry, I don't know names.
I would like y'all to say something. Can y'all hear me?
I can hear you. I don't know who you're talking about. Move on with the story about the movie. We don't know the name.
Gosh.
We don't know the name, but it doesn't matter.
Karen, sit down. So, but it's really good.
Loki?
Who?
Loki?
No, not Loki. He's like Black Arrow or Black Arrow. I don't know why I keep saying that, but he's something like that. Okay. His name is Jeremy Renner.
Oh,
you know who I'm talking about now?
Yes, I do.
Thank you. Who is he? I don't know. He's like that guy with an arrow, bow and arrow.
Yes. Is that important to this? What is the movie you're talking about?
So he's in the
not
town.
A Marvel movie. Okay.
No. He's in the town. He's really good friends with Ben Affleck. So they're in like this group that robs and steals and stuff. I really enjoy this movie. Blake Lively is also in the movie. I can't believe y'all haven't seen it. Please, and Leslie, I know Ben Affleck, but just watch it because it's good. It's really good. John Hamm, and it's like it makes you think and how they figure things out. So I enjoyed this movie. Yeah.
The Town.
Yeah.
Okay, I'll write it down.
Thank you.
Didn't round down all of yours, but I'm writing that one down.
Which one did you not write down?
I just kept it.
Big Trouble in Little China. I'm gonna text that to you as soon as we finish this.
Great.
Happy Time Murders. That needs to be at the top of the list.
Which one?
Which one?
The Happy Time Murders.
The Happy Time Murders. Yes.
That was phenomenal. I loved it. Okay.
Oh, so I just looked up a movie that I remembered because of what you were saying, Angela, about like the plotting and how they figure things out. Yeah. About The Town. And it's called Shooting Fish. And it's available for free on Pluto.
On the planet?
I'm laughing because it's another free app that Leslie and I were talking about. So you can get Pluto app and you can watch it for free. It has Kate Beckinsale.
It sounds terrible then.
Angela, it has Kate Beckinsale in it. It's from 1997.
Is this before or after she did that movie with Matthew McConaughey?
I think before. She should have known better. Anyway, so they are con artists, the three of them. It's like her and two guys you've never heard of, so I'm not even going to worry about their names. And they're con artists back in 1997. So they do some different like computer cons, different things, and but yeah, it's just the story of how they swindle people out of money and they want to be good people and whatever. So it's cute. Shooting Fish.
Okay.
That's all.
Leslie?
Another good one that's not sad.
Okay.
Oh, you do? Let's hear it.
No one dies in Shooting Fish, FYI. Go ahead, Leslie.
Focus with Will Smith and Margot Robbie. He is a professional pickpocket.
Oh.
I've never heard of this.
It is really good. I literally want them to get married based on their chemistry in this movie, like in real life. It's
really?
Yeah.
Dang. Sorry, Jada. That's Leslie said that, not me.
Then they were in Suicide Squad together, and I was like, want them to get married in there too.
So did Focus happen before Suicide Squad?
Yes. Yeah. So basically, he teaches her how to be a pickpocket. And they're like in New Orleans, they're all over the place. Oh. And yeah, so you're rooting for them to hook up the whole time. And then like they go separate ways. But
now, no one dies?
Is it sad?
It's not sad.
Okay.
But they don't end up together, it sounds like.
I'm not Angela. You don't have to answer that. Don't feel
I gotta
pressure.
give you a reason to watch the movie.
Yes, exactly.
You saying their chemistry is reason enough for me.
I mean, it is like the best on-screen chemistry, I think, of any movie I've ever seen.
Wow. Really?
100%, yes. Like,
wow.
And better than in The Notebook with Ryan Gosling and Rachel McAdams.
Oh, that was good.
Now she's interested.
Yeah, 100%.
Yeah, I can bring it.
Betsy, do I have Blu-ray? I don't think I have Blu-ray. I don't even know what that is.
Okay, when
is
this
that
is
something
over,
special?
When this is is that the wine talking, or do you really not know what Blu-ray is?
I mean, is it? I don't know what that is.
It's a step up from DVD. It's higher quality.
No, I just have DVD.
Okay. After this, if you're not sure, you can go over and look on the front of your DVD player, and it will say Blu-ray if it's Blu-ray.
No. Why do you need Blu-ray?
Bonus features.
I just want to say right now that it is a good thing that Leslie is the guest right now and not Sean. Because for you to say, why do you need Blu-ray? I mean, I don't know what he would do.
Is that controversial, that statement?
He's been updating our Disney collection to Blu-ray. And I'm like, they're cartoons. Yeah. That's not necessary. I mean, sure, Star Wars, okay. But the cartoons? And he's like, Betsy. I'm like, I just don't think it's necessary. Okay, so it's a step up. You would not notice a difference. It is better audio. It's a better, think of like, the quality of actually watching it is better on Blu-ray. So the visual is better. The audio is better on Blu-ray. You do not care because when you're watching Shag, you're not going to care if the audio is more pristine.
It's so good. It's so cute. And they have the cutest little clothes.
See what I mean? So you don't need Blu-ray, but there might come a day where everything's Blu-ray and then you're going to need to update your DVD player to play DVD and Blu-ray, but it's only one little disc that comes out. It just chooses DVD or Blu-ray inside. It's not like the DVD and VHS where you had to put, 2 different places. So you'll be fine. It'll still fit on your mantle. Okay. So I had one last one, and Angela, this is a cast of people that you know. It's called the Newton Boys. And it's based on a true story about bank robbers.
It's Ryan Gosling's in it.
Nope.
No, it's Ethan Hawke.
Ethan Hawke is in it. And Matthew McConaughey and Skeet Ulrich.
Which is a name you don't hear a whole lot.
But you know who it is, right?
Yeah, he was in Scream.
Yes. So those three, they play brothers. Their last name is Newton. And it's based on a true story. I think it's like the 1920s.
I think so too. I didn't see it, but I know what you're talking about.
Oh, you do? Okay.
Yeah.
Leslie, have you heard of it or seen it?
I feel like I may have seen it.
Okay.
Not remember the name.
They have the
I had to look up the name. I was like, what is the name of that?
They have the old-timey guns, right? In this movie?
Well, it's from the 1920s, so yeah, it's pretty old. The guns match the decade in which the movie was supposed to take place.
Like, those guns that I'm talking about, like machine guns, but it's really different machine gun. Like, it's round.
Sure. No, I don't know. I don't know what they have.
They
like blew up safes and stuff.
Mobster guns?
Yeah, mobster guns. Because you know how Hollywood, like if one movie comes out, another production company comes out with a movie kind of similar to it.
Mm-hmm.
I think at the same time this came out, Ryan Gosling came out with a movie similar to it. That's why I said his first. And then I was like, oh, it's not that one. It's
How
Ethan
old
Hawke.
was Ryan Gosling, though? This was like 1998. I feel like Ryan Gosling was a baby.
No, he was around that time. I think he was dating Sandra Bullock around that time.
Skeet Ulrich is 51 years old.
Would never have guessed.
Yeah, that's why I'm like, you do understand this was 24, 23 years ago.
Okay, you need to stop with that. Because
I'm just saying, okay. I'm sorry. It came out in 1998. I won't do the math and tell you how many years ago that was.
So rude.
Now, you know what I am going to tell you, though. Ryan Gosling is 40 years old. So.
Is he really?
Yes. If he was in this movie, he would have been 17.
But he's in a movie. He's in Gangster Squad or something like that.
I believe that he is in a movie.
Well, I'm not talking about The Notebook.
But he is in a movie. You're right, Angela. That's how we know him. Have you? You never watched La La Land yet, have you?
No.
I told you to watch it.
Well, what am I supposed to watch it on? Pluto? Mars?
You might actually have to rent this one. This is a new movie. It's good. You should watch it. But that's not obscure because it just came out a few years ago and it is somewhat well known.
And it won an Oscar.
Yeah. So why aren't you watching it already? And it has people you know in it.
Do what?
They accidentally said La La Land.
Yes. Oh, you're right. You're right. What was that movie?
Moonlight.
Which, Betsy, speaking of Moon, have you seen Moonstruck?
Yeah, seen that yet?
No.
Huh.
Because Sean keeps telling me he wants to watch it, and then every time I bring it up, he's like, I don't want to watch Cher right
He
now.
doesn't want to watch Cher.
You need to give it up then, because I'm going to watch it without you.
Leslie, have you seen Moonstruck?
I own Moonstruck.
Oh, tell her how good it is. She thinks I'm joking.
He has a wooden hand.
He does.
Okay, the way Angela described it probably would not have reeled me in.
Right? She tells like the most obscure details, and I'm like, how is that? Is that like the
But he
plot?
does have a wooden hand.
And she
It
gets
gets
all
chopped off.
dressed up.
She dyes her gray hair.
This is definitely not going to sell my husband on it either. He has a wooden hand. She gets all dressed up. She dyes her hair.
She goes down the road and kicks a can. And then the song plays.
Okay, I'm going to be honest. I saw that movie a long time ago. So I need to rewatch it. I'm not lying because I remember that. I remember kicking the can. I just can't. But like when you brought it up, I'm like, if I can't remember anything about it, I need to rewatch it because I can't. Like I wouldn't tell you anything about the story. I couldn't remember.
Betsy, you tell her how it goes. I mean, Leslie, you tell. No, Leslie, tell her. You sell it to her.
I believe your version is
with
good.
The wooden hand. The wooden hand. Yeah.
Wooden hand in the can.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah. I just
and then
feel
the
like
song.
Get enough credit for her acting.
It's really good, Betsy.
It's really good in Mask too.
Oh, that was a really good movie too. When she slaps him.
Yeah, Cher's a really good actress. I don't think she gets enough credit.
She actually slaps a lot of people. In that movie, she slaps Johnny Cage. She's like, Phew. And then she goes, Phew. And then does she do it twice or 3 times? And she goes, snap out of it.
Maybe that's really who is the actor?
Cher.
No, actor. Who's the male actor?
Nicolas Cage.
Cage. I said Johnny Cage,
and I was like,
because in the movie his name's Johnny.
Well, I was thinking, look, this is how I am. I'm like, is there someone named Johnny Cage that I don't know? Like, I really thought it was just an actor that I had never heard of. No, it's okay. Just clarifying, so, it is Nicolas Cage.
So if you would watch the movie, you would know.
I know, Nicolas and then Cage. I would be like, Karen, stop drinking. Yeah. It's Nicolas Cage. But
it's right.
It's that because we have Leslie on tonight, so she can say it.
Yeah, but it's a good movie, so you need to watch it. So you watch Moonstruck, and I watch La La Land.
If I only get one, I might choose something else. Might make you watch Gattaca.
Really? I mean,
because La La Land, you're gonna watch at some point. You'll watch it.
Really? You think?
Style movie, yeah. But Gattaca is one that you wouldn't just be like, I'm gonna watch this.
I'm not a sci-fi.
I'd have to make you watch.
Well, I've got my list, and I'm on call this weekend, so I'll probably knock it out.
Oh, good! I cannot wait to hear what you say about Big Trouble in Little China.
That's one that is probably available on Pluto or Crackle or Tubi.
For sure.
For sure it's available.
I think y'all are knocking me right now. I'm not 100% sure, but I think y'all are.
I mean, those are the apps we use, so obviously we're their customer base for a reason.
How do y'all even know about this stuff?
Because when I want to watch a movie, I look up Google and it says available for free on Pluto. And I'm like, oh, well, I'm not going to rent it on Google or YouTube or Amazon Prime if I can watch it for free on Pluto.
Interesting. Because I looked up some movies today and it said it available for free on Amazon Prime. And when I went to Amazon Prime, I had to pay $3.99. And I was like, no. Yeah.
Sometimes it's like available for free with an add-on. I think we're way past time. I think we're like
I think we're oh my gosh.
We need to wrap it up, ladies.
So we've done good. We've given y'all a lot of movies.
Is there anything else anybody else needs to throw out? Anything? We're good? Everybody said their piece with all of theirs?
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah. So if y'all can't find a movie off of what we gave y'all, just give up. Go watch TV. Not movies.
Thank you for being with us for an hour and a half.
Yeah. And subscribe, please.
Yes. And
so
really, we want to thank Leslie for coming on and sharing her expertise with us.
Yes. Well, oh, good. I'm so glad. I was going to ask you if you liked it.
Yeah.
So y'all, Leslie will hopefully be back for another episode. We're trying to figure that out, but yes, thank you for coming on. Do what?
With hopefully more notice next time.
I mean, this is how we roll sometimes.
I woke up to a text from Angela. What are you doing tomorrow? Want to do the podcast? And I was like, I mean, yeah. And then I didn't get off work until after 6. So I had like no prep time.
That's okay.
But
you did great.
But you did really good.
Because you have it all in here and in here. And you gave us some sad movies to watch. And I'm very excited about those.
If y'all need any movies to bleed out to, I got them.
All right. Thank y'all so much.
All right. Good night. Signing off. Good night, Sean. I love you.
Good night, Bradley Cooper. I love you.
I love my cats.
Yes.